Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for March 16th, 2024. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, immediately see, oh no, I don't. Okay, I'm immediately looking for a New York Times trick with this 468, and I thought I found it, but there's already an 8 in this column. Can it be salvaged? Well, we do need a 4 and a 6 in the column, and they go in one of these cells, one each. But unfortunately, there's some optionality. This can't be a 4, but otherwise. We do have these 4s looking in while I see it, so let's mark these 4s. We also have this 7, 8, 9 needed in this column. I guess we do have the 8s looking down. So 8's down here. The 7 and the 9 do not appear to be helpful. Okay, let's look back up here. We do have 2 4s looking in. There's a 4 looking in here, so there's a 4 in one of these two. I have 2 9s looking down, so 9's down here while I see it. I'm looking at this box now. It only has 4 open cells. The 5 looks in, and so does the 8. Yeah, we have 8 and 5 looking into here. So where do 8 and 5 go in this box? Well, there's only 2 cells left for them, so that's where they end up. That's called a hidden pair. So that makes this a 5-8 pair. And the remaining 2 cells need to go up here. We need a 1 and a 6, it looks like. So that's a 1-6 pair. So the 5-8 is gonna remove 5-8 from the rest of the column, and the 1-6 is gonna remove 1-6 from the rest of this row. So the 1-6 looks in here, this 6 looks in here, and this 6 looks up. So 6 is in one of these two. The 5-8 looking down, is that helpful? Well, yeah, because we have this 8 looking in, and the 5-8 takes 8 out of these two. So 8 ends up in one of these 2 cells. Well, if 8 is in this box, if 8 is limited to these 2 cells, that means no matter where the 8 ends up, it will be in row 4. So row 4 doesn't get another 8. We can't actually put more 8s in row 4. So these can't be 8. This 8 looks in. And so 8 is limited to these 2 cells only. Okay, what else can we do with this 5-8? We have this 5 looking in and the 5-8 looking down, but it's not enough. Okay, I do see 2 1s looking into here, so we can put a 1 in one of these two. Did I finish up here? I think I did. Well, there's only 4 digits left in this row, so let's think about it. We need 2, 3, 7, 9. This can't be 2, 3, or 9, so we actually have a naked 7 here. And then we're left with 2, 3, 9. Okay. In fact, we may have been able to see that if we had very spotty eagle eyes. If we had eagle eyes, we could have spotted. That's what I'm trying to say. That 2, 3, and 9 was limited to just these 3 open cells here. We could have filled that as a hidden triple. Gotten us the 7 and the 1-6. Anyway, found it a different way. I'm looking to see if there's anything else to do with these boxes. I have this 2-9 looking in and this 2-9 looking in. And I really want that to do something, but there's 3 open places for 2-9. Okay, well, let's move on. 7s are not so helpful. Same thing here. How about this 1-2-9 here? No. 1-9, no. Okay, I might have to just move on. All right, what's down here? We have 2 3s looking in. Oh, nice. That places a 3 here. That leaves only 4 open cells in this column, so let's think about what they are. They are 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 5, and 6. Well, this can't be 5 or 6 or 1, so this is a naked 2. And so then these are 1, 5, 6. I'm just going to fill that, and I know the bottom one can't be 1 or 5, so that's our 6. So these are not 6s, leaving a 1-5 pair. We have a triple left in this box. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we need 7, 8, 9. This one can't be 8. Okay, I just got a bunch of digits. These 2 6s look into here. So 6 is down here. I have all the 3s. The 4s look into here, and this 4 looks down, putting a 4 in one of these two. This cell looks really promising, actually, because its column was already down to 4 digits, and this can't be the 4 or 9. Yeah, it might not be that promising. Actually, it can't be 5 or 6. That's going to be helpful. Or 2. I think this is a naked single. So let's just look at this one first. This can't be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. So this is our naked 8. That places an 8 here as well. It also places an 8 here. Very nice. And now the rest of this column is 2, 5, and 6. 2, 5, 6. I'm not seeing any restrictions on that. We'll fill it anyway. Okay, what else is happening here? So I got this 8. How about the rest of this row then? So we need 1, 4, 7, 9. This can't be 1 or 4, so this is down to 7, 9. Whoa. 1, 4, 7, 9. This can't be 9, so this is 1, 4, 7. This is any of them, as far as I can tell. Oh, but we do have a 7, 9 pair here. Yeah, the 1 and the 4 need to go over here. Okay, so this is not a 7. This is only 1 or 4, which means it's not a 9. Get rid of the 4 corner marks. It's redundant. 9s are still in one of these two. So we got this 1, 4 pair. We got this 7, 9 pair. Am I interested in this row? Let's see what's going on here. Well, this 1 looks into here. So 1's in one of these two cells. How about the rest of this column? There are 5 open digits, though. We need 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't be 1 or 4, so this is from 5, 6, 7. This can't be 4 or 6, so this is 1, 5, 7. Oh, and we have this 1, 4 pair here, so this can't be 1 either. This can't be 1. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What else can I do here? I think I can vertically scan is what I can do. So let's do that. I may have covered most of it already. Got the 4s. Is this 6, 8, or the 4, 6 useful? The 4, 6 is actually useful now. Yeah, because I have these 6s looking down into here. So I can corner mark 6s here. But whenever you get exactly overlapping corner marks in exactly the number of cells that they're corner marked in, so in this case I have 2 cells, and I have 4s and 6s corner marked to the same 2 cells. So 2 digits, corner marked to 2 cells. What these corner marks are telling us is that I have a hidden pair here. I can convert those corner marks to center marks. And the logic here is that within this box, 4 must be in one of these 2 cells, and 6 must be in one of these 2 cells. And it's the exact same 2 cells. Well, 2 digits need 2 cells to function, so that ends up being a hidden pair. 4, 6 there. So the remainder of this column is 2, 3, 7, 9. 2, 3, 7, 9. Well, this cleans up quite a bit. Look at this. Oops. 2, 3, 7, 9. Interesting. So we know that in this column, only the 7, 9 can go down here, but the 2 and 3 are limited up here. So the 2 is here and the 3 is here. So what does that make this cell? Right? That makes this cell only a 9. Because it can't be 2 or 3. If it was 2, we'd have nowhere to put 2 in this column. If it was 3, we'd have nowhere to put 3 in this column. So it is a 9. That makes that a 2 and a 3 and a 7. That makes that a 9 and a 7. Alternatively, we got a doot. I will mention that. I get yelled at when I don't. Alternatively, these 2 cells had to be the same digit because we had a quad here. And so let me back up for a second. This is a quad, right? I'll highlight it in green. Highlight it in green. This is a quad. But this is also the same quad, right? These are a 2, 3. In fact, we can just see the 2, 3, 9 triple here and put a 7 here. But this is a bit more generic, and I just kind of want to explain it since I'm already halfway through. This is a 2, 3, 7, 9 quad, and this is a 2, 3, 7, 9 quad, right? They're the same quad, which means they have the same digits in them. So what digit goes here? Well, it's going to be whatever ends up here, right? Because whatever digit is here can't go in these 3 cells. So where's it going to go in the column? It's going to end up there, right? So these end up being the same digit, and the only digit in common between them is the 9. So that's another way that could be seen. And I like to show different ways to see things because that just adds to your toolbox ways of spotting the important things you need to spot in the puzzle. Even if the logic ends up equivalent, we can find it more easily by looking for it in different ways. And maybe one of them will work. So I like explaining things like that, even if they're not strictly necessary for the puzzle at hand, or if there is another way to see it. It doesn't really matter to me. All right, so this box needs one. Notice these two are going to be the same digit too, right? Because this needs to end up in this box somewhere. And it's not going to be in the same column as itself, right? If this is a 1, where does it end up in this box? It ends up here. Only other option is it's a 5. Where does it end up in this box? It ends up here, right? So these two cells are clones of each other. They'll end up the same digit. That's this very similar concept of what we just did, which is why I mentioned it. All right, so we need 1, 2, 3, and 5. This cleans up quite nicely. 1, 2, 3, 5. Neither of these are 1. That's not a 2. Oh, this one doesn't clean up, but whatever. We're almost done with the puzzle, I'm pretty sure. So I'll leave that. Let's look at some low-hanging fruit here. I just got a bunch of digits up here, so let's take a look at that. 7 and 2. We got the 3 and the 9. 9 in this box goes in one of these two cells. We have this 9 looking in, this 9 looking in. Oh, actually, no, this 9 also looks in. So 9 is placed in the box, even better, which also gives us the 4, because that displaced one of our 4 corner marks. So we only have one place left in the box for 4. This is from 1, 5, 8, not a 1, so it's 5, 8, and that does, oh, it's not 5 either. So that's the 8, that's the 5, that's the 1. That's an 8. We got our 5, 3, 2, and 1 here. That's a 5. Notice these did end up both 5. That's an 8. This is not 2, this is not 5. This is a triple. We need 1, 3, and 6. I'm going to pencil it 1, 3, 6. It doesn't clean up, but let's see. What are these? 4, 5, 6 is what's needed. 5 in this row only goes here because of that 5. This is down to 4, 6. I think it could be either. But it does give us this 1, 4, 6 triple here. So we may as well use it. That means the rest of this column is the other triple. So we've got 1 already. We need 2, 3. We have the 4, 5, 6. We need 7. That's not 3. That's not 2. So we have this same like dealy going on here where we have this quadruple. So it could be worth thinking about where this 2, 7 ends up in this box. Like it doesn't end up here, right? It's not any of these givens. You always got to check the givens. So it's going to end up over here somewhere. So like whatever this ends up being, I'm just sort of following along the theme of what we talked about earlier to maybe reinforce that. Whatever purple ends up being, it'll be in one of these two cells. If it's here, it'll be a 2. If it's here, it'll be a 7, which is kind of interesting. Can't quite do anything with it right now, but I do still find it interesting. But one thing I did notice is this 5 looks in, right? These 5s all look in. So this ends up a 5. I don't need these to be gray. That looks down. So that's not a 5. So this cell is not a 1. Let's see. Not 1, 2, 3. It could be 4. It's not 5. It could be 6, 7. It's not 8 or 9. 4, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure this puzzle is about to collapse once I pencil the right stuff. What else is happening here? Okay, let's look at this row. We need 1, 2, 5, 7. I'm going to pencil that. This sees the 2, 7. This sees a 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 7. That's all it was, but how about this column? Has 3 digits left. We need a 3, 6, and 7. Oh, this one can't be the three other 6. It's in the box. Whoops. Okay, so that's a 7. These are not 7s. That places 7 in this box. This isn't 7 anymore. Now, we already get it by Sudoku, right? But look, this can't be purple anymore because it's not 2 or 7. I mean, this can't be 7 anyway. But so this doesn't end up purple. This ends up purple. And now you can compare the candidates and see that 2 is the only common candidate. So they must supposed to be 2. But of course, Sudoku is just going to give us that right away anyway. But I think it's fun. I like coloring. Anyway, that's a 2 as well. This is 6 and 5. The rest of this is collapsing. We get our 3, 6, and 1. We get our 3 here. That's a 7, 3. This triple here in the row, we need 4, 6, and 7. What's with all the 7s? We need a 7 there. 7s are done. That's 4, 6, but it's not a 4. So that's 6, that's 4, that's 6. We get our 4 and a 6 here. We get our 1 and a 4 here. Definitely finishing now. 6 and 1 up here. All right, this needs to be a 4, and then we have 2 and 8 remaining. They go like that, and we're done. Nice. That was a neat puzzle. I liked being able to show off the different like ways you might use coloring, or at least thinking about cells that have to be the same value as each other. Or like, where does this, even if the cell is not complete, where does it end up in other places? Thinking about stuff like that can really help streamline your solve, because it gives you another tool in how to scan the puzzle and things to look for. And I think this was a good demonstration of that, even though, there are plenty of other somewhat trivial ways to spot the same logic. I still really enjoyed that, because like, I didn't immediately notice this 239 triple and that this 7 was a single in the box. Maybe I should have, but I did notice something else, and that led me right to it. And that's really all we need. And having the puzzle take us on a journey and enjoying that journey is really what I'm trying to express here, because that keeps it fun and interesting and puts a smile on your face when you see it. So hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.